Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to Athens, Greece, and the wonderful Olympic Indoor Hall as the Basketball Champions League regular season continues to reach its conclusion. And Group C is our focus this evening for game day 12, with AEK Athens hosting SIG Strasbourg. Well, things are incredibly tight in Group C at the moment, with a number of sides fighting it out for qualification to the playoff stage. And it looks like it's going to go right down to the wire to determine the top four. Both AEK and Strasbourg are right in the hunt for qualification as they sit in 6th and 5th position respectively, both with a 6-5 record at the moment. And as you can see, the Strasbourg fans have come over as well in their numbers to try and spur their side on. Here are the games in Group C in game day 12. 2 today, 2 tomorrow. Movistar against Medi Beirut, the other one today, and then Banvit against struggling Rozeradom, and Umanorea Venezia taking on Petrol Olympia a little later on tomorrow evening as well. So just the 2 games today. So AEK and Strasbourg will be looking to try and apply some pressure on the other teams around them in the Group C standings. Just a few minutes or so away from tip-off, so the players just going through their final warm-ups before we get going. Here is how Group C stands. Banvit have enjoyed really good start. They're 8-3, but as you can see, Umanorea Venezia, Medi Beirut, Strasbourg and AEK all 6-5. So it is so tight in Group C. And well, the winner here today will be in a really favourable position with just a couple of game days remaining in the regular season before the playoffs start in a few weeks' time. Well, the last time these two sides met, they played out a real thriller back in France, with Strasbourg getting the win, 80 points to 78. Zach Wright getting an and one with 2.7 seconds left to ensure victory. He ended with 28 points and 6 rebounds on that occasion. Here is the Strasbourg roster. And, well, they've all been sharing the load on offense. The likes of D-Boss, Zach Wright, Louis Lebery, David Logan, and Miro Bilan are all averaging in double digits for points per game. And Louis Lebery is the big man on the board, 7.8 rebounds he's averaging a game as well in the Basketball Champions League so far. So he'll be looking to try and do damage again on both ends of the floor. As for AEK Athens, well, Manny Harris is their key man. He's averaging 17.7 points a game, one of the best shooters in the Basketball Champions League. Also 6.2 rebounds a game as well. And they've also got scoring in the likes of Dimitrios Mavroidis and Dujan Sakota as well. He's averaging 14.6 points a game. They'll be looking to try and get the ball into the hands of Mike Green as often as they can, who's averaging 4.7 assists per game as well. Well, AEK have won 10 of their last 12 home games in the Basketball Champions League, losing 2, and then it also includes their last 3, so they're on a really good run of form at the moment in front of their home fans, as we just see the Strasbourg side introduced to the crowd here. And in comparison, Strasbourg have only won 1 of their last 6 away games in the Basketball Champions League. And that was against bottom of the table Rozeradom, 74 points to 63 back on game day 2. So they don't travel particularly well, Strasbourg. They're going to have to try and change things here today. And now the AEK Athens team will just be introduced to their home supporters. They'll need the fans here today to try and act almost like a 6th man and try and cheer them on and get them over the line. Strasbourg actually lead most of the stats when you compare these two. The only 2 stats that AEK lead on are points per game. They average 81.7 points a game, Strasbourg 76. And they also have a few more rebounds a game as well, but Strasbourg leads on assists, steals, blocks, and a better shooting percentage as well. But it really is so close. It's just what the Basketball Champions League wanted. It was obviously reduced to 32 teams rather than 40 last year, and I think it was designed that way to try and make it slightly more competitive. And it certainly appears to have worked as well. No doubt, so Mana Reia Venezia and Medi Beirut especially will be keeping a close eye on this one to see what happens. Mana Reia Venezia taking on Petrol Olimpia, and Medi Beirut playing a little later on, a couple of hours' time. They tip off against Movistar Estudiantes. They are on the road, though, Medi Beirut, so that's not going to be easy for them. So both AEK and Strasbourg know if they can pick up a win here today, it really will apply a lot of pressure on the teams around them. Can put that W on the board early on. Just watch the Strasbourg team just finishing their warm-up. Zach Wright, who had such a good game in the reverse fixture between these two. He is the key man, really, again. Only Aaron Kraft has made more steals than Strasbourg. Zach Wright in the Basketball Champions League so far this season. There are the three referees for us today. Yeah, Zach Wright's had 23 steals so far in the Champions League. Aaron Kraft has had 25. And here is the Strasbourg starting five. Then they go with D. Boss, Zach Wright, Darian Atkins, David Logan, and Miro Bilan. So some very talented ball players, especially D. Boss and Zach Wright, who are both pretty much averaging 4 assists a game. There is Vincent Collet, who, well, has been in and out of Strasbourg. Left the club only, well, back end of 2017, but was reinstated fairly swiftly afterwards. And here is the AEK starting five. They go with Delroy James, Mike Green, Manny Harris, Gianoulis Larenzakis, and Vasilis Kavadas. Kavadas, reasonably new signing. He's only played 5 games in the Champions League for them. Yeah, Manny Harris averaging 17.7 points a game. Looking to try and get the ball in his hands as often as they possibly can. Sits in 6th position on the points per game list in the entire Basketball Champions League. Jared Jones is leading the way for Pinar Kashiaka with 20.3 points a game, and David Kennedy, another Pinar Kashiaka player, in 2nd position. Just saw Dragan Sakota, the AEK head coach. And we can get underway. It is coming up to crunch time in the regular season. Who can hold their nerve? This is a huge game between AEK Athens and Strasbourg. AEK on their home floor as well. Can they try and make that count? The winners here could go a long way to try and guaranteeing themselves a spot in the playoff positions. Remember, it is the top 4 of each group that qualify through to the playoffs. Both these sides just sitting outside it at the moment. Only on points differential, though, so there is nothing in it. And it's AEK who control the first possession. It's going to be Mike Green. Throws it back outside. Manny Harris looking to get going early on. No good. Rebound by DeBost. Here is Zach Wright, the American-born Bosnian, and a steal already. Nearly had it stolen straight back out his hands. Did well to keep it in bounds. Did Larentzakis. Penetrates, throws it up, and just couldn't quite put it in. Manny Harris disappointed that he didn't make it. Nearly an alley-oop to get us going here. There's DeBost again. The three is on the way, off target. Rebound by Manny Harris. Now Larentzakis goes to the right-hand jump hook, no good. David Logan grabs the rebounds, straight into the hands of Zach Wright. And Wright goes all the way. Oh, get out of here. Big block. Cavadas arriving from nowhere, and the big right paw to swat it away. Nice bounce pass. Wright draws the foul and will shoot two. Was at Monaco last season, was Zach Wright. Monaco, of course, just going absolutely brilliantly in the Basketball Champions League so far this season, 11-0. Quite incredible, the only side not to have lost. Here's Harris. The tape around his right ear and his left ear covering the earrings. Throws it out to the corner. The three is on the way, and finally AEK Athens have their first bucket, and it's Delroy James. Here is Bilan. Bilan nearly has his pocket picked. I think he's saying the last touch came off Bilan, but it is Strasbourg who have regained possession. Here is David Logan. Logan, the step back two is just a little long. Offensive rebound by Darian Atkins. Atkins with the right hook. And another big block again. It's everywhere at the moment. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it was on its way down, so the bucket counts. Throws it out to the corner. Did well to get out to the perimeter, did Zach Wright. This time he throws the three, he's fouled, and he will shoot three from the line, Larentzakis. Well, AEK had to pay Zaragoza about 25,000 euros to buy him out of his contract in Spain. Signed for AEK in a 4-year deal. So AEK with the early lead, 5 points to 3. Is Logan. Logan trying to go himself, beautiful pass and an easy two. Miro Bilan makes it with his left hand. And Mike Green. So Manny Harris. Two ball players. Delroy James, he's already made one from the outside. This time gives it to Manny Harris, who tries a little teardrop. Can't get it to go. And now the fast break down the other end. Zach Wright tries to get it to go. Was fouled and will head back to the line. So Zach Wright's looking to be aggressive in the early stages here. .71% free throw shooter in the Basketball Champions League so far is Zach Wright. Quite like that to increase a little bit, I'd imagine. He misses both again. He's frustrated with himself, turns away in disgust, and Mike Green can bring it clear for AEK Athens. Did well to keep hold of it. Spots Mike Green in the corner for three, just comes up short. Now D. Boss grabs the rebound. Boss looking to try and go coast to coast. Instead, good transitional defense by the Greek side. His right again. Right, looking to try and find a soft touch. Can't get it to go. Here's Delroy James. Manny Harris has two men on him. On the reverse with his left hand. No good. Big rebound by Miro Bilan to try and push the tempo again here, Strasbourg, and the three is on the way. No good. Both sides struggling with their shot in the opening 5 minutes or so we've played here. Still just 5 points each. James thought about throwing up another three. Throws it out to Harris. Harris this time does throw the three, and Manny Harris is off and running. He's the man they want shooting the three, shooting the two, shooting anything they possibly can. And an offensive foul is called on Miro Bilan, so Strasbourg will turn it over. Delroy James just had the ball knocked out of his hands with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. There's Delroy James again, drives to the baseline, tries to get it to go on the reverse. It's a nice finish. James has started well, he's got 5. 2 from 2 from the field so far. D. Boss to David Logan for 3. Looks as though both sides are just beginning to heat up after a pretty slow start. Good aggression was fouled, and be a first trip to the line for Delroy James. Just taking the opportunity to just have a little chat with Mike Green and Manny Harris, as James will shoot 2. From a huge family, Delroy James has got 7 siblings in total. 3 of his older brothers actually play basketball either at college or professionally. So they managed to grab the offensive rebound. Delroy James again. James, great little pass to Cavadas. Cavadas in the low post, can't get it to go. Good defense by Louis Lebery. And now D. Boss can bring it down the floor for Strasbourg. Lebery sets the screen, now gets it back. Nice off the pick and roll. can see Ike Athens struggling with their two-point shot, just 1 from 6 so far. Does really well to keep it in bounds and makes it. And it was a 3. It's a great hustle. Looked as though it was going to go out of bounds. Diving at full stretch to keep it in. Here's Delroy James. Now Mike Green throws it outside, the 3 on the way, looking to respond, and they do. And all of a sudden, threes being knocked down from all over the place. So Larentzakis up to 5. Louis Laborie can't get it to go. Strong rebounds. Really good atmosphere inside the Olympic Indoor Hall. Such a huge arena, it's tough to sell out. Looks as though there's a lot of empty seats, but there's still a decent crowd here as James comes up way short with the 3. Offensive rebound by Cavadas. Here is Manny Harris. Harris already has 1 3. This time has it stolen off him by D. Bost. And Darian Atkins is fouled and 1. So Atkins looking to try and convert on the three-point play. Once undrafted in the 2015 NBA draft, did Darian Atkins, but did sign with the New York Knicks back in 2015. Didn't last too long. He was very swiftly waived after just 3 preseason games. Signed for Strasbourg back in July of last year. Another foul! Beautiful shot as well by Mike Green. So another chance for an and 1 here for Green. Such a difficult shot that he's made there after being fouled as well. Mike Green nearly at 80% from the foul line in the regular season. That's good numbers. Here's D. Bost. Logan gives it back to Bost. Bost throws it out. Great ball movement. And the 3 is knocked down by Jeremy Leloup. Great ball movement by Strasbourg. Just waited for the best opportunity to get the shot away. There was Jeremy Leloup who threw the 3, knocked it down. And it's just a 1-point game again. Well, we were expecting this to be pretty close coming into it. And certainly at the moment, it's proving to be the case as well. Just under 2 minutes to go. Ike 17, Strasbourg 16 in this opening quarter. Strasbourg in the penalties, so Ike heading to the foul line here. Yeah, makes them both. There's D. Bost again, Leloup. Nice pick and roll, throws it back outside. Leloup again, back to Laborie. Oh, how's he missed? Looks at the referee, I think he thought he was fouled. No whistle on Louis Laborie. Difficult shot high on the glass, offensive rebound, and the putback is good. Good work by Mavropanos. Foul goes on Xanthopoulos. Inside the final 60 seconds of this opening quarter, here's Bost. Bost just decides to throw one up from the foul line. It was a little too easy from AEK's perspective. Here's Mike Green. Just tipped out of bounds by Jeremy Leloup, but AEK will get it back with just 7 seconds left on the shot clock. That's a really nice inbound pass, just about gets it to go down. Dusan Sakota. And we've got about a 4-second differential between the shot and the game clock here. AEK with a 5-point advantage so far. It's a sluggish start from both sides, but both have certainly improved as Bost shoots the three. Little too much on it, and the last possession will go to AEK Athens with about 4 seconds to get the shot away. They've thrown it away, and Bost just throws it up from his own half and can't quite get it to go, and the buzzer goes. And it is a good first quarter from AEK's perspective. They lead by 5. AEK 23, Strasbourg 18. Here are the stats then. See, both sides have struggled really from 2-point range. AEK down at just 36%, but their 3-point shot has kept them in it. 3 from 5 from the perimeter, 3 from 7 for Strasbourg. Strasbourg also only converted 1 of 5 from the foul line as well. They'll be hoping to try and improve that. And here are the highlights from that opening quarter. So second quarter just about to get underway. Damon Inglis is on the floor for Strasbourg. 5-point lead for AEK Athens. Both sides will want to try and improve their shot, certainly from the inside. Both sides below 50% from 2-point range so far. So Kelsey Barlow is the man who checks in. Nice inbound pass and an easy 2 for Damien Inglis. Xanthopoulos throws it away cheaply, and now the fast break is on. Nice pass, Jeremy Lalou throws it back outside. DeBost, it'll be a long two if it goes, which it does. DeBost looking in a nice rhythm. 4 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds already for DeBost. Here is Barlow. Foul goes on Damien Inglis. So Bost checks out. And manages to draw the foul, Dusan Sakota. And will shoot 2 from the line. Damien Inglis protests his innocence. He clearly didn't think there was too much in that. Oh, you can clearly see the contact on the right arm of Dusan Sakota. Pretty easy decision, really. Inglis already has 3 though, so he's in a bit of foul trouble early on. Considering we're only 1 minute and 6 seconds inside the second quarter. His father, of course, is the coach here, Dragan Sakota. Brother Milos is also a pro, so basketball certainly runs through the family. That's only a 2 from David Logan. Foot was just inside the line. Here's Manny Harris. Now Barlow drives to the baseline. Certainly looked like he stepped out of bounds and did. So they'll turn it over. Quite clearly, both feet, I think, went out of bounds. Jeremy Lalou into Miro Bilan. Now Logan, who's got Manny Harris for company, steps back. This will be another long 2 if it goes. No good. Big rebound by Manny Harris to try and get it off Louis Labery. Here's Sakota. Sakota throws it out to the corner, decided to turn down the 3. Instead, they shoot it from way downtown, can't get it to go. But a foul is called on Miro Bilan. Good defense here by Louis Labery, trying to run the shot clock down, which is down to 5. So Sakota in the end takes a really difficult shot and did pretty well actually in the end, just to draw the foul. Foul goes on Louis Labery. Was a round 2 pick in the 2014 NBA draft by the Indiana Pacers, was Labery. He was then later traded to the New York Knicks. See Ike just a little more aggressive in their play, getting to the foul line quite a lot more than Strasbourg. Strasbourg still struggling with their free throw shot as well, as Biran makes a nice right-hand jump hook. Still just a one-point game as Harris steps back, throws the two, comes up way short, almost manages to grab his own rebound, but Ike will regain possession, couldn't quite grab the rebound. Miro Bilan. Here's Manny Harris. Harris, lovely little step, can't get it to go. And now the fast break led by Zach Wright. Oh, just about got the dunk. Looked as though it was going to pop out. And at the second time of asking, it did go down. So a timeout has been called by Ike Athens. Let's try and listen in.
Head forward, we have one inside game. So the back pick, falls down, the same motion. Just I want to see, I want to go inside. I want to see inside. What they do in isolation? When you Manny sets at home.
So Strasbourg have the lead. It is only a slender one though. 28 points to 27 after that Zach Wright one-hand dunk. Foul goes on Lebris again. Picks up his second. Again, can't really argue about that. Right hand all over the back of Dusan Sakota there. Strasbourg now in the penalty with 6 minutes and 27 seconds to go in this second quarter, which is a little concerning for them. Lebris checks out. Sakota heads back to the foul line. Well, I think we're going to see plenty of lead changes between now and the end. Certainly doesn't feel like a game that is just going to drift away and become a bit of a blowout for either side. It feels pretty closely and tightly contested here. Foul goes on Larentzakis. Well, the coach from Strasbourg, Vincent Collet, has picked up a tee, so pretty poor and cheap turnover there given by Vincent Collet. Just immediately turned the ball over, send Dusan Sakota to the line. He makes the free throw. And Ike Athens straight back in possession. Here's Sakota again. Tried to find Larentzakis. They managed to steal it back though here, Strasbourg. Great pass by Zach Wright. And manages to draw the foul. Foul goes on Kelsey Barlow. Was the second best scorer in the Greek regular season last year was Kelsey Barlow. He had 363 points, just behind Will Cummings. Another guy who's seemingly seems basketball runs in the family. His father, Ken Barlow, he played professionally in Greece as well, and his brother Keenan Barlow was also a good college player. $30 points each. Just over 5 to go. Here is Dusan Sakota, lovely pass. Larentzakis for 3 is good. Great pass by Dusan Sakota, who's putting up some good minutes. Is Sakota 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist so far for him. Oh, was that not a goaltend? No, it wasn't. Here's Sakota again. Difficult shot, good defense by Darian Atkins. And Strasbourg will get the ball back here. Yeah, I think Larentzakis may have had a point. It did look as though the last touch came off David Logan. This was blocked by Darian Atkins. Here's D. Bost. Bost tried to throw it back outside to Zach Wright. And a bit of confusion between those two. It's another turnover for Strasbourg. That play's just got a little scrappy over the last minute or so. Started really with that technical foul on Vincent Collet. As Sakota throws the 3 from miles out. Can't get it to great work on the glass. Xantopoulos, now Delroy James. Larentzakis loses his footing. Sakota again. Sakota throws up the little floater and right on the buzzer. Gets it to go. And Dusan Sakota continues on his merry way. 13 points for him now. And a timeout is called with Ike leading again by 5. 35 points to 30 the lead. Is D. Bost. Hairstyle you simply cannot miss. Bost throws it into Darian Atkins. Atkins has a man in the corner who was just screaming for it. It was Jeremy Leloup. It's Kelsey Barlow. Xantopoulos. Back to Xantopoulos, who shoots the 3. No good. Big rebound by Kelsey Barlow. Delroy James throws it back outside, drives, and he was into the runway on his way up and just had the ball knocked out of his hands. So Barlow with his first points of the day. And it's the biggest lead of the day as well so far for AEK. They now lead by 6, they now lead by 7, with just over 3.5 to go in this second quarter. Important that Strasbourg do stay in touch. Shooting the free throw really well, actually, as a team. The Greek side, 15 from 17 so far. David Logan, Louis Lebery decides to shoot the 3, comes up way short. A good rebound by Dusan Sakota this time, who's having an impact on both ends of the floor, Dusan Sakota. Here's David Logan. D. Boss draws the foul. So Edin Atic is on the floor. Lalantzakis picks up his third foul. This has a few players already in a bit of foul trouble, considering we're not already at the half-time point. Here's Delroy James. James up against Lebery. You can see how dominant AEK Athens are on the glass as well. 22 rebounds to just 10 for Strasbourg, so they need a few more. Louis Lebery still yet to register a rebound in his 7 minutes that he's played, considering he's 5th in the entire Basketball Champions League on rebounds per game, averaging 7.8 rebounds a game. David Kennedy is leading the way, averaging 9.6. It's way out in front. 9.6 rebounds a game and 19.9 points a game. He is some player, David Kennedy. So a big reception for Vasilopoulos. Was with Aris, of course. Panagiotis Vasilopoulos decided to move across to AEK Athens just a couple of days ago. In fact, he played last week for Aris in the Basketball Champions League. Plenty of experience, though, there. Here is Atic, can't get it to go. Rebound by David Logan. Logan, nice pass around the back. Now debossed into Louis Lebery, who is fouled. And Lebery will head to the line to shoot 2. He's been quiet so far, Louis Lebery. That's his first point of the game. Second point, I should say. No rebounds, no assists, and 3 points so far for Lebery, but the lead is back to just 4. Here's Xantopoulos. Poor pass by Vasilopoulos, just throws it away. That's his first action for AEK Athens in the Basketball Champions League, an immediate turnover. Got a really good reception, little no-look pass, trying to find Dusan Sakota. It'll be interesting to see how many minutes he plays for AEK, as he was one of their key players during his time at Addis. Played a lot of minutes. Here's David Logan. Logan to Zach Wright, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Good defensive possession from the Greek side. Managed to force the turnover. Didn't help that Wright wasn't able to catch the ball cleanly either, so he wasn't really able just to throw it straight up as soon as he got it, but timeout has been called here by Strasbourg.
Full pressure, okay, no hesitation. David is in front, Sakota is trying to get the move. He's there, even if he goes up, we are going to still pressure the ball. On the next guy, if he's doing like this, okay, ready to come, 2 feet. D'accord? Now they play the same thing, just like that.
But you know the situation. If we can spread them. No, we don't need still here. From the beginning, we can make a pick and roll. But after then, he's switching. What's your corner be switch every time? Down, Kelsey, open him up. I don't want. Open him up. They got balls. Watch. Okay. Be here after that. Now we are on the fight. If we go with the hands off, you can finish.
Well, every emotion you can think of. Emotions running high, of course, coming to the end of the Basketball Champions League regular season. These two sides very much in the hunt for that playoff position. As Vasilopoulos drives, doesn't get the roll. Rebound by David Logan inside the final 60 seconds of the first half. Ike still leading by 4, 37 points to 33. The lead's only been as big as 7. Trying to find Laborie, instead good work by Dusan Sakota, whose good game continues here for the Greek side. Need to find more rebounds though, Strasbourg. They're being heavily out-rebounded so far as the 3 is on the way. And it's knocked down beautifully by Vasilis Xantopoulos. And the lead is back up to 7. And we got about 5 seconds between the shot and the game clock as another timeout has been called here.
That's why he loupé. Je veux David d'abord. David gets the ball. Jeremy 40. Louis. Zach. Jeremy will run all the way because that's a flat defense. So you must go far. Down or David behind. Okay, don't force too much on him. I want David to finish. Hey, last shot.
So Vincent Collet just drawing up a play here that I think we'll see if it all works out. David Logan trying to finish it off. Here is that man in question. Here is David Logan. They trail by 7 here to Strasbourg. 40 points to 33. Now D. Bost. Bost instead just drives himself and uses the glass to bank it in. And they've got about 4 seconds or so. Does well to draw the foul and we'll head to the line with 2.9 seconds on the clock. Xantopoulos. A little too zealous to get the steal there was D. Bost. Back comes Vasilopoulos. He's getting some instructions from Sakota. So they got about 3 seconds to try and get the shot away. They throw it up from the halfway point. It hits the rim, but just comes up short, and there goes the half-time buzzer. And it is AEK Athens who still have the lead. They led by 5 after the opening quarter. They now lead by 7 at half-time. It's AEK 42, Strasbourg 35. Well, it's been a wonderful atmosphere throughout. You can still hear the AEK Athens supporters over in that opposite corner, but they're really struggling from two-point range, just 26% so far, 5 from 19. But they are heavily out-rebounding Strasbourg. 25 rebounds, 9 of those offensive, compared to just 15 for Strasbourg. A couple of blocks as well. 7 turnovers for AEK, 6 for Strasbourg, so all the stats pretty close, really, apart from the rebound statistic at the moment. No doubt Vincent Collet will be hammering that point home. Dusan Sakota has been the best player on the floor so far. 13 points, 4 rebounds. Darian Atkins is the man that leads the way for Strasbourg. He's got 7. David Logan and Atkins also have 4 rebounds each. DeBoss with 3 assists and 2 steals. And a couple of turnovers each as well for Barlow and Bost. Sakota, Larantzakis and Delroy James leading the way for AEK, and it's Atkins, Bost and Jeremy Leloup, the top 3 scorers for Strasbourg. But at half-time, it is going well so far for the hosts. AEK 42, Strasbourg 35. I'll leave you with the highlights. Make sure you're back in around 10 minutes' time for the start of the second half. Welcome back, everybody, to Athens here at the Olympic Indoor Hall. It's game day 12 of the Basketball Champions League, and we've got a really good one here between AEK Athens and Strasbourg, two sides who are both 6 and 5 in Group C. It is so tightly contested. 4 sides in Group C, all 6 and 5, trying to force their way into the top 4 positions in the group to try and make their way into the playoff stages of the Basketball Champions League that start next month. So far it's AEK with the 7-point advantage. Dusan Sakota has been the star man, 13 points, 4 rebounds so far for him. As for Strasbourg, it's Darian Atkins with 7 points and 4 rebounds, but they really need to hit the boards a lot harder in this second half than they have done in the first. 25 rebounds for AEK, just 15 for Strasbourg in that first half. I'm sure that is something that Vincent Collet has told his side there at the half-time break, that they need to get more active on the glass. But it's been pretty tight so far. The biggest lead has just been 7 points. What it is now is the biggest lead of the match. Strasbourg have led by just 1. The bench of AEK coming to the fore as well. 22 bench points out of their 42 points altogether. Just 10 bench points for Strasbourg. So Vincent Collet just having his last words of wisdom before the second half gets underway, as is Coach Sakota as well. Still got one more game in Group C to come later on today. That'll be tipping off in an hour's time. Movistar Estudiantes against Medi Beirut. Medi Beirut are another side who are 6 and 5 at the moment, so I'm sure they'll be keeping a close eye on this one to see how this one goes, and then they'll be trying to get a win on the road against a very good Movistar Estudiantes side. And then the other 2 teams in Group C will play tomorrow night. Banvit at home to struggling Rosa Radom, who are already eliminated from the Basketball Champions League, no chance of qualification. And then Umanare Venezia taking on Petrol Olympia. They are both tomorrow. Here's Manny Harris. Now Delroy James. James just got a little nudge in the back from Miro Bilan. Pretty needless thing to do. Manny Harris has been quiet though so far. Just 3 points for Harris, who has obviously had such a good Basketball Champions League to date, averaging 17.7 points, 6.2 rebounds. So AEK have done really well just in containing Manny Harris so far. Here's Delroy James. Larantzakis tried to feed it in. Mike Green all the way back out to Delroy James. Comes and gets the ball again. Mike Green with 7 seconds left on the clock. Green out to the corner. Harris throws up the 2 and it's good. And they'll be hoping that that is the catalyst for Manny Harris for better things to come in this second half. He's up to 5. Now Logan looking to respond for Strasbourg. No good. Delroy James with the rebound. Now Mike Green. Larantzakis up against Zach Wright. Larantzakis uses the glass, gets it to go, and AEK are pouring it on out here. It is the first double-digit lead of the game. 46 points to 35. Darian Atkins, now D. Boss from miles out. Count it. Way beyond the arc. Gets it to go. Here is Manny Harris again. Harris has thrown it away. Now Boss looking to try and hit them in transition. The three is no good, but an offensive rebound by Boss. That's better from Strasbourg. They'll need a little more of that today. Bost again, great penetration, and an easy two for D. Bost. Here's Manny Harris, has it knocked out of his hands. Now Bost again. Boss throws it to the corner. Zach Wright, this will be a long two. Just a little too much on it. Another offensive rebound. Already much better on the glass. He has another go right. Can't get that to go either. Delroy James. James penetrates, doesn't get the roll, grabs his own rebound, and James puts it back. Here's Logan. Logan drives to the baseline, nice pass, and great defense, but gets a little unlucky, Delroy James, that Zach Wright was there to put it back anyway. Oh, beautiful finish. How good is that from Mike Green? Here's Logan. Logan tried to throw it back out to Darian Atkins. Ball knocked out of bounds, so Strasbourg will keep it with 13 seconds left on the clock. Here's Logan. Logan steps back, shoots the three, and it's good, and all of a sudden it's back to just 5. James, difficult shot, big offensive rebound, and a nice putback with the left hand. Cavadas doing well. Strasbourg continuing to answer. Nice pass, good defense by Laborie. Forcing them back outside, little feign, and gets it over Louis Laborie, and was fouled as well. Cavadas in deep conversation. Really shot that free throw well, haven't they? 19 from 21 so far today. Foul goes on Delroy James. Looks a little perplexed as to why. Here's D. Boss. Laborie sets the screen. Boss shoots the three. And Boss knocks it down. D. Boss up to 16 now. And the lead is down to just 4. Throws it out. James for 3. Looking to respond. And does straight away, Delroy James. He's into double digits as well. He's got 11. Doing well here just to keep them at arm's length. So James checks out. High fives all round for him. So Atkins up to 9, the lead back to just 5. Now Dusan Sakota has to throw it back out. Larentzakis wanted to shoot the 3. Good defense by Jeremy Leloup. Dusan Sakota back to Larentzakis. This time he does shoot the 3, way too much on it. Rebound by Logan. And debossed again. Now Inglis, who was in a bit of foul trouble in the first half, but makes that look very easy. And we are back to just a 1-possession game. Out to the corner, great pass. Mike Green steps back, throws the 3. Way off target. Darian Atkins couldn't grab the rebound, but D. Boss does really well. Boss down the floor, Inglis with the feint and the nice 2. And it's a 1-point game. Great work from Boss to get the steal off Dusan Sakota. Beautiful pass as well, and Inglis had the awareness to know that the defender was right behind him, just waited, little feint, and a timeout by Ike.
This situation here, they're going double every time when the ball is on low. Just be ready here. If they're closing out, you beat him and go on all the way. Come on, hey, take a confidence now. This is the first problem in the game we face now. Let's play better defense. We don't play defense. We don't play defense right now. We let them run in.
No move, just play. Aggressive, okay, short one. Don't forget, Dario. Like you went going to the basket. You also can play handoff with this guy, and after pop, you extend. Okay? The continuity, good.
No, yes.
So all of a sudden, we're back to just a 1-point game. It's been a nice response from Strasbourg. They found themselves double digits behind not too long ago. Tipped out of bounds by Leloup, but Ike will keep it with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. We've got just over 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. Dusan Sakota, well, he was just about to step out of bounds. Threw it straight to David Logan. Logan, the little Euro step, gets it to go. And Strasbourg leads. What a couple of minutes it's been for Strasbourg. Trailed by 11 in this third quarter. They now find themselves up by 1. They've never led by more than 1 in this game. Sakota for 3, oh, from way out. Dusan Sakota has been the main man for AEK today. He's got 16 points and 5 rebounds. And it puts AEK back in the lead by 2. His first shot to fall from the outside as well. Boss looking to respond with a 3 of his own, and all of a sudden no one can miss out here. And D. Bost has 19 now. Mike Green, nice pass, and fouled, and 1. So another foul on Damien Inglis. So he's up to 4. So he needs to be really careful now. And does convert on the 3-point play. Just about 60 seconds to go in this third quarter. It's been a third quarter that Strasbourg will look back on fondly. Jeremy Leloup. Now D. Bost. Bost penetrates, throws it back outside. Great ball movement by Strasbourg. Shot clock's down to 1. Logan throws the 3! Right on the buzzer. Strasbourg are in do not miss mode at the moment. They lead again by 1. Shooting the 3 at 50% so far. 8 from 16. Here's Manny Harris. They need him to get going. It's another one off target for Harris. Darian Atkins grabs the rebound. And D. Bost just slows it down with 14 seconds or so remaining in this third quarter. Looking to try and get the last possession here. Bost still going. Now shoots the 3. Comes up way short on this occasion. The buzzer goes. But what a third quarter that was for Strasbourg. They outscore AEK 29 points to 21. And they come from 11 points down in that quarter to lead by 1. It's AEK 63, Strasbourg 64 at the end of the third. See AEK still really struggling from 2-point range, just 38%, 11 from 29. Really needs to improve in this final quarter.
You cannot help too much on your own team, okay? We care about this kick pass in order to be on.
So here we go then, final quarter is underway. Strasbourg with a 1-point lead. We thought this was going to be a good one. We thought it was going to be close coming into it. And it's certainly proving to be that way. Both these sides, 6 and 5 in Group C. Both of them with a real chance to make it to the playoff stage. Leloup throws the three. Strasbourg are on fire from the outside at the moment. Leloup knocks another one down. The lead's up to 4. It's the biggest lead they've had all game. It's Manny Harris, Dusan Sakota. Mike Green penetrates, is fouled, and Mike Green will head to the line. So Green makes both, cuts the lead to 2. And Zach Wright had such a good game against Ike in the reverse fixture. .28 points and 6 rebounds when they met each other back in Strasbourg. Just 7 points tonight. Sorry, 5 points tonight for Zach Wright as the 3 is on the way, and again. Boy, do they have the hot hand at the moment, Strasbourg. Up to 53% from beyond the arc as Mavroidis was fouled, so another trip to the line for the Greeks. Well, they need to try and protect the perimeter here to Ike. They're allowing way too many open looks from the outside. Here's DeBoss to the baseline, draws the foul. Foul goes on Dusan Sakota, his second. Here's Leloup to DeBoss. Boss throws it up looking for Lebury. Lebury manages to draw the foul on Xantopoulos, who doesn't look particularly pleased with that decision. Inglis for 2, gets the roll. Just cannot get a stop at the moment, Ike. And the lead's up to 5. Is Mike Green, very nearly turned it over, managed to regroup. Green, lovely little pass, easy too for Mavroidis. Well, this is going to go right down to the wire, just like the group. It is going to come down to game day 14, you feel. So AEK Athens have 2 games left next week. Next Tuesday, they travel to Slovenia to take on Petrol Olimpia. And then their final game day of the regular season on Tuesday, the 6th of February, is at home here in Athens against Medi Beirut, as Inglis lines up the 3. You don't need to tell me the rest. We know exactly what happens. Knocks another one down. Inglis is up to 8. Xanthopoulos, now Delroy James. Mike Green up against Logan. Green, the little no-look pass, throws it away. Yes, that game day 14 between AEK and Medi Beirut is going to be so intriguing. 2 sides who are both 6 and 5 at the moment, fighting for that spot in the playoff positions. As Inglis goes again, and Inglis makes again. So AEK with the timeout. All of a sudden, this game is quickly getting away from them. 77 points to 69. Let's listen in. Apologies for any language you may have just heard there from Coach Sakota.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Nah, don't switch. It's only 4 seconds. I'll make you set. Set 5. Set 5. Okay. 0. Set 5. Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. 2 stops. Come on. Let's go. They pressing.
Yeah, Dragan Sakota clearly not happy with what he's seen from his side in the last, well, quarter and a bit, really, as the big 2-handed jam from Delroy James gets the lead back down to 6. And we've got about 6 minutes remaining in this final quarter, 71-77. Zach Wright into Damien Inglis, who's had a really good few minutes. Damien Inglis can't make this one though. Dusan Sakota with the rebound. ...16 points and 6 rebounds today for Dusan Sakota. Here's Delroy James again. James drives, can't make the 2, but will head to the foul line anyway. Foul goes on Louis Lebory. Zach Wright. Oh, beautiful pass. Atkins is fouled and one. It's a big-time play from Darian Atkins. So a chance to make the lead up to 8. Does indeed convert the 3-point play. 80 points to 72, the lead. Here's Barlow. Dusan Sakota. Sakota drives, throws up the little teardrop, can't get it to go. Rebound by Damien Inglis. So it's another miss for the Greek side. Now Zach Wright. 13 from 32 today from 2-point range. Ike. Got to be a little better than that. Inglis off spins. Beautiful move from Damien Inglis. What a fourth quarter he's had. He's up to 15 points now. 7 from 8 from the field, Damien Inglis. So the lead stays at 8. 82 points to 74. Ball in the hands of Zach Wright. Wright nearly threw it out of bounds. Good hands from David Logan to prevent that. Logan drives to the baseline, throws it back outside to Damien Inglis, who's got the hot hands. Very fortunate to find its way to Zach Wright again. Now D. Bost. Bost steps back, tries to bank in the 2. No good. Rebound by Delroy James. James spins, and the foul goes on Darian Atkins. So it'll be another trip to the line with Strasbourg in the penalty. Delroy James has got 14 points today. 2 from 4 from the foul line as Mike Green checks back in. Larentzakis is the man who sits out. Makes both. Lead back to 6. Still anyone's game here with 3.5 minutes to go. Now Zach Wright. Wright, difficult shot, nowhere near. What has he thrown up there, Zach Wright? Not a good play. Another chance here for Ike to eat into this lead. Here's Mike Green, 7 points and 6 assists today for Green. Green, nice penetration, oh, couldn't get it with the left hand, and now D. Bost in transition. Bost goes coast to coast. And that'll be a goaltend. Or will it? Yeah, the 2 has counted. Looked a little harsh, not even sure that was going in. Either way, it's counted, so the lead back up to 8. Boss, so good hands by Inglis to prevent the ball going out of bounds. Throws it up, oh, with the shot clock right running down, hits the rim, can't get it to Gozak right. So Ike get it back, still trailing by 8. Well, this result would hurt Ike because if two teams are tied at the end of the regular season, and we need to try and separate two sides to determine where they finish. It is done on head-to-head games played, so obviously Strasbourg beat Ike 80 points to 78 in the reverse fixture between these two sides, and at the moment it looks as though they're going to win this one as well. So if they finish on the same points, it would be Strasbourg, of course, who would finish above the Greek side. As a timeout is called here by Strasbourg.
We have bonus too. We don't play slow. Two down turn for which reason? David Logan. Screen for Damien Inglis. On D, back up. We don't want to be slow. Si tu vois qu'il est avec, if he is with you here, fake to go back, come back, like we did last position.
Oh, with Miro, the one we did with Miro.
We want to go deep and go fast.
Okay.
And David after Zach. That's Zach on the side. Zach screen for him. Jeremy on the side. You have the shooter on the side. If you feel, back up on the side, okay?
All right.
But take speed at the beginning. If we draw foul, the game is over.
Hey, listen, y'all.
Okay?
Hey, it's not over. Let's go.
If you are give penetration, you put the ball.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Strasbourg's last two games next week, next Tuesday, the 30th of January. They are back at home against bottom of Group C, Rosa Radom, so you'd like to think that Strasbourg would win that game. It may well be enough if they win here and win next week. And then to finish off on game day 14, Tuesday the 6th of February, they're on the road against Banvit, top of Group C Banvit. So they do not want it to come down to game day 14, really, Strasbourg. Not an easy game to finish off with. Here's Logan, catch and shoot. No good, offensive rebound by Damien Inglis. He's had a tremendous fourth quarter, has Inglis. Now D. Bost, who spins and is fouled. And Bost will head to the line. All credit to those guys there who have travelled to Greece tonight to support their side, and at the moment they're being rewarded for their efforts. The Strasbourg team putting on a bit of a show here in the second half. Here's Mike Green. So the foul goes on Inglis, so that was his fifth. So Inglis is fouled out with 90 seconds or so to go. But what a great game he's had, Damien Inglis. What a second half he's had. Was quiet in the first half. In this fourth quarter especially, he's been magnificent. Well, they're staying in touch, though. Ike, the lead again, back down to 6. Plenty of trips to the foul line. Green remains perfect from there, 5 from 5. One man they've really missed, though, tonight, Manny Harris, has been so quiet. Scored 20 or more points in 3 of his last 6 games, is Manny Harris, but barely seen him today. Another foul, this time on D. Boss. They just keep sending Ike back to the foul line. Again, gets both to go. Just a 4-point game. Foul now on Mike Green. Well, every free throw of massive importance now comes up way short with the first one, Zach Wright. Apologies, just a 3-point game. 1 possession game now, just under 60 seconds to go. This is where it really separates the men from the boys. Just 1 from 5 at the foul line. Misses again, Zach Wright. 1 from 6 at the line today. And now a chance for Ike to perhaps even level this up. As Mike Green, lovely little pass behind the back and the slam from Delroy James. And it's just a 1-point game. 85 points to 86. And a timeout is called. Great resilience here by the Greek side. Vincent Collet calls timeout.
Jeremy, just after like this, then you go up, you pass the ball to D. And after aggressive, okay? Aggressive, simple, hey! Ain't done! You do it all there.
Goes down in a rebound or position. This side is mismatch. Make a foul. Alright, guys, we have to believe. We have to believe. Right, come on. Let's go. Come on, we got this.
Yeah, Dwangan Sakota just telling his team they've got to believe, and why wouldn't they? Just 1 point down. You can barely hear yourself think at the moment. It is so loud inside the Olympic Indoor Hall here in Athens. Amazing how quickly a basketball game can turn around. Only 60 seconds or so ago, it looked as though Ike were in real trouble. About 8 points down, then all of a sudden, just go on a little run, and they find themselves just 1 point down. Here's Logan to Louis Laborie. Laborie, oh, it's way too easy. Zach Wright makes the layup. Still just a 1 possession game, though. 85 points to 88. 30 seconds to go. Mike Green drives, makes the 2. I think he wanted an and 1. Did Mike Green. Logan carrying it forward for Strasbourg. 7 seconds between the shot and the game clock here. Logan just trying to tick down a few seconds. Logan penetrates, oh, throws it out of bounds. He thought he saw a teammate in the corner, there was no one there. Well, that is sloppy from David Logan. Don't know who he thought he saw out there. Either way, he's just gifted possession back to Ike. Just a 1-point game, remember, so all they need is a 2, and they'll win the game. And a timeout has been called.
Ball goes on the side. Be careful about them. You stay here, okay? Set a pick for him. Only 2 players. Billy's making out, okay? And you get the ball. Be careful about this. You take it, hand off, and you. So, we are going less than 5 seconds. We don't need to go before. We just want flow. With the flow, we are okay. We don't need.
So an important timeout from Dragan Sakota and Ike Athens. What have they drawn up? They trail by 1. We have 13.6 seconds to go. The noise is deafening. Got to be careful not to foul as well. Mike Green. Green looking to go himself, throws it back outside. Oh, what have they done? It's an awful possession. They've called on the travel, and surely that is that. Well, why on earth did he stop himself shooting the 3 there, Kelsey Barlow? He was on his way up, he was just about to shoot the ball, and then instead he decided to drop it. And obviously when he caught it again on the way back down, was called on the travel. Oh, I don't know what he was thinking. And it looks as though we've got 0.8 seconds remaining. So they just have to quickly foul if they can. Everyone chatting to someone back home there, telling them what's going on. This is important though, they've got to get this clock absolutely spot on. So it's when he catches it again, which is there. So there can only be about 0.05 seconds-ish. And a timeout has been called. And I think Strasbourg will be pretty happy. They've probably seen out this game. But what was going through Kelsey Barlow's head, I do not know. He was on his way up, he had the ball in his hands, he was just about to shoot the 3, and for some reason just pulled out of it. With 1 second to go, when you're 1 point down, you've just got to let the ball go. It wasn't a great possession anyway.
We have to try either to put them in a 5 seconds or foul off a situation.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you.
I mean, stay in front of the play, go in contact, and watch if they push. Next, try to deny and press the ball, not to be a pass, okay?
Hey, we might get the ball, see if they can push it off.
Our chance is only 5.
So what is the plan? How long have we got left? 0.04 seconds here. Well, can you believe it? An offensive foul before the ball is even inbounded. That is staggering. What on earth is going on out here? Well, Jeremy Leloup, it shouldn't hurt them because they just need to catch and shoot. They've got the steal, and there goes the buzzer. Was it just after he stepped out of bounds? They may well still be about 0.1 seconds to go. Well, it's all a bit of a shambolic ending here. They're just going to take a look at the TV monitor to see just how long we've got left. Yeah, we've got 0.2 seconds, 0.3 seconds maybe. Not 0.2 seconds by the looks of it. So Ike will get the ball back again. Cavadas is going to come on for Ike. I'm not even sure whether there's enough time to inbound the ball and get the shot away. They've got 0.2 seconds to do just that. It's going to be Mike Green to inbound. Green, inbound, there goes the buzzer, and Strasbourg have done it. They've done the double over Ike. They won by 2 back in France. They've won by 1 here in Greece in a big, big game in Group C. And it is Strasbourg who are now favourites to go through as one of the 4 in Group C. Final score here in Athens, Ike 87, Strasbourg 88. Well, we were expecting a close one, and boy, did it turn out to be just that. But Ike will look back to that 3-point opportunity that Kelsey Barlow had right at the end of the 4th. He had such an opportunity to shoot the 3 and put Ike in front. He decided to turn it down, and it was then called on the travel. Here are these stats. Ike struggled with their shot, certainly inside, just 44%. They heavily out-rebounded Strasbourg, though, 39 rebounds to 24. 9 steals, though, for Strasbourg, 22 assists as well, and only 8 turnovers is good going from Strasbourg, 13 for Ike. Here are the game leaders. Delroy James ended with 21 points, Sakota 7 rebounds, and Green had 7 assists. D. Bost had 23 points in the end for Strasbourg. Logan with 5 rebounds, and Bost also had 7 assists. A big game from him, and he had 4 steals as well. He really put up some good numbers, did D. Bost. And also a shout out to Damien Inglis, who had 15 points, most of those coming in the final quarter. Dujan Sakota had a good game, 16 points and 7 rebounds as well. And Larentzakis had 12, Logan had 13 respectively. But a big, big win here for Strasbourg. That puts them 7-5 in the Group C standings. So that puts them, for the time being, above Movistar, Estudiantes, Humana Real Venezia and Meri Beirut. Of course, Movistar Estudiantes just about to get going. And 2 games still to come tomorrow, but it is so, so tight. But Strasbourg here today have picked up a crucial win against Ike Athens. It puts them in a really good position now to qualify to the playoff stages in a couple of weeks' time. We've got 2 game days left, and of course we'll be back tomorrow with more action from the Basketball Champions League. Make sure you download the app as well in the meantime to keep you up to date with exactly what's going on in each group and who can qualify and who can't. That is a must. But until tomorrow, thanks ever so much for your company. And here it is Strasbourg who have got the better of Ike by just a single point.